Hello, and welcome back to Project Management Whisper. I'm Dr. T. Wu, CEO of PMO Advisory. I often get this question quite a bit from my clients. What are the differences between project, program, and portfolio? So here are my simple, short answer. And let's start with something that's not particularly controversial, the portfolio management piece. Portfolio management concentrates on helping the organization make the right investment choices. And these investments can be projects, programs, and other endeavors. So portfolio management really is a body of discipline through governance, strategy, alignment, focusing on the selection, the prioritization, and helping the organization make that best choice. The other side, project, are also not particularly controversial. I'm sure everybody quite familiar with the PMI definition. I tend to think of projects as temporary endeavors undertaken to create some specific outcome that ultimately contributes to the benefit or the value of the organization. What's called in the middle is program. And program does have a little bit more controversy to it, partly because how PMI define it and how it is practiced in real life. So let's start with practice in real life. In many organizations, actually in most organizations that I have the fortunate experience of working with or providing some consulting services, programs sometimes are just large projects. It's a sort of a natural evolutionary slide. At some point when the endeavor becomes a little bit more complicated, perhaps many sub-projects, etc., they start calling a program. And that may very well be a workable definition in many industries, so there is no dispute to that. PMI, however, looks at program a little bit differently. It focuses on two elements and put a degree of rigidity around that makes program more unique. One is the concept of highly related. And the second is the concept of deriving value or benefit that otherwise cannot be achieved easily and possibly not even possible if those projects were to manage individually. So PMI's definition is a collection of highly related projects and other components that when managed using program management can derive value that otherwise cannot be achieved. Now, in colloquial terms, I tend to think of it as loose or soft programs versus tight programs. Loose program there are some relations, whether it's resources or budget. And at one extreme, loose program can actually be more like a portfolio, because portfolios, of course, also a collection of related endeavors. But PMI focuses on what I call the tight program. These are the dependencies within the program that are particularly strong. So, for example, failure of one of those projects actually can impact and fail the entire program. So in a program of 4 projects, for example, 3 of them going exceedingly well, 1 of them failed. Well, the program overall actually failed because that little one and maybe the small project actually failed. So when you're filling out PMI application, for example, remember this tight integration of the tight program that PMI like to see in your day-to-day work and life. Just understand that there is actually quite a bit of variation. So I hope this provides a clear answer to the question of project, program, and portfolio. Thank you very much.